Morning and good day to everyone. I'm so glad that you could join me for our special meditation for today for the national shutdown. And we are in a moment, as you know, that can feel heavy and painful, unsettling as well, too, very deeply. And many of us are waking up carrying the weight of what's happening in the world, including recent violence, loss, and injustice that have sparked grief and protest and urgent questions about safety, care, and accountability. So it's understandable if the news has stirred anger and fear and sorrow or exhaustion. These are not distant headlines. They affect real people and real communities, and they touch something very tender in us. And when we begin our day holding this much, it can be hard to know how to orient ourselves, how to meet what's ahead without shutting down or becoming overwhelmed. Mindfulness doesn't ask us to look away from suffering. It asks us to meet what is here with clarity and compassion. The great teacher Sharon Salzberg reminds us that some things simply hurt. And part of compassion is allowing ourselves to recognize that pain rather than denying it or rushing past it. And at the same time, she teaches that we don't have to let pain define us or overtake us, and that we can stay present with what we feel, notice how it moves through us, and choose how we respond, not from reactivity, but from grounded care. And that brings us to why we're practicing loving kindness today. And we're not doing loving kindness just because it's part of our weekly routine, something we always do on Fridays. We're doing it because of the moment we're in. And when there is ongoing stress, violence, or uncertainty, the heart often responds by tightening in self-protection or by becoming depleted and fatigued. And so loving kindness is a practice that helps us stay open without burning out. So if you're new to this practice of loving kindness, it's not about forcing positive feelings or trying to fix anything. It's about strengthening the heart so it can hold what's difficult without hardening or collapsing. And the simple phrases that we'll be using today give the mind something steady to rest on. You could think of them as a mantra, if you will. And they help to support the nervous system in settling and regulating. So, with all of this, in this way, loving kindness becomes a form of resilience practice. And what it teaches us is that it teaches us how to care in a way that is sustainable, care that doesn't require emotional effort or intensity, and care that allows us to meet the day with steadiness, with compassion, and with clarity. And so this morning's practice is an invitation to strengthen the heart gently, to offer care without force, and to prepare ourselves to walk into the day ahead with grounded presence and kindness. So again, I thank you so much for being here today with me, and let's begin our practice together. So if you will, take your seat. And let's begin by finding a posture that feels supportive for you this day. You may be seated or lying down or reclined. Give your body what it needs today. And if it feels comfortable, allow your eyes to close, or you can keep them softly open with a relaxed gaze. And take a few natural breaths just as they are. There's no need to breathe in any special way. And let yourself arrive here exactly as you are. Bring your attention to the body sitting or resting here. Notice the places where your body is supported by the chair, the floor, or the surface you are resting on. Feel the weight of your body being held. If it feels helpful, rest attention lightly on the breath, feeling the gentle rhythm of breathing in and breathing out. Nothing to change, just noticing. Now gently bring yourself to mind. Not an ideal version, just yourself, as you are right now. And begin to offer these loving kindness phrases silently at a pace that feels steady. I have these phrases up on the screen. May I be safe. May I be supported. May I be steady. May I meet this with care. And you continue repeating those. And know that if the words feel flat or distant, that's okay. Just let them be an offering rather than something you have to believe. May I be safe. May I be supported. May I be steady. May I meet this with care. When the mind wanders, and that's what it does, just gently return to the phrases or to the simple feeling of the body breathing. There's no right way to do this, just continuing one phrase, one breath at a time. As you continue, sense this practice as strengthening the heart, not through effort, but through repetition and care. You might imagine the heart becoming steadier, able to hold both tenderness and resilience. If it feels helpful, simplify to one phrase, like, may I be steady, or may I be supported? And repeat quietly, letting the words settle. If it feels right, allow the practice to extend outward. Bring to mind others who are also walking uncertain paths. There's no need to picture anyone clearly. And you can offer the phrases gently, exchanging the I for we. May we be safe. May we be supported. May we be steady. May we meet this with care. If extending outward feels like too much, return to yourself and the breath. Both are welcome. Now let go of the phrases and rest in the simple experience of being here, breathing and being supported. As we come toward the end of this meditation, gently return awareness to the body and take a moment to notice how you are right now. Not to evaluate or judge, just to notice. Feel the support beneath you once again. And notice the simple fact that you took time today to care for the heart. When you're ready, allow your eyes to open or your attention to widen, bringing this steadiness with you and into the rest of your day. So thank you, friends, for being here today for our meditation. One of the important things to remember about loving kindness is that it's not meant to stay on the cushion. It's a way of relating to ourselves and the world as we move through our day. And that doesn't mean repeating phrases all day long or trying to stay with a certain feeling. It can be much simpler than that. So as you go into the rest of your day, you might return to just one phrase when you need it. Maybe, may I be steady, or may I meet this with care. You might say it while you're walking, while you're waiting, or in a moment that feels difficult. You can also remember that loving kindness is not about being soft or passive. It's about staying connected without hardening and staying present without becoming overwhelmed. And that is a form of strength. So if today brings moments of heaviness and uncertainty or challenge, see if you can meet these moments with the same steady care that we just practiced here. And if the day feels easier, let that be received too. We don't have to carry everything at once. We return again and again to what supports steadiness and care. So thank yourself for showing up today and taking this quiet strength with you.